How to face manipulators in a debate. That is a pretty heavy topic, a pretty heated question, and I want to answer that comment privately. So my neighbors did this to me. It was about frame control and rotate and all of that when we were debating, and she used agreement techniques to control my ego. Calm down, and then it's really frustrating. Tactic again, she started. Detecting, manipulating, and controlling people to get what I want. Okay, I want to answer that directly. First of all, get out of the idea, if you can, of I want to control people. The desire to control people comes from insecurities, from I am being bullied, I am defenseless, so I need to control them to take the power. You can have what you want in life without needing to control people. What about being so powerful that people don't even wish to refute what you say or try to control you anymore because they feel like you can't even be controlled? What about that? What about being so powerful you don't even need to show it? That's really much more the direction I would take for your thoughts and ideas than trying to control others to obey you. Then there is two things I could say about that. The first one is to dissect what is the main core idea, what is the main belief that person is coming from, is holding. When they contradict what you say, when they try to control you, what is the main presupposition behind what they say? A very common one among men and women relationships is like, oh, if men want to date multiple women, they are silly little kids who never grew up. And I was always polyamorous, for example, and I was always explaining very clearly, this is my perspective in life. You may not like it, and I'm not forcing you to like it. I'm just like that. If you don't like it, you're welcome to go out. With that perspective, I was always controlling the frame, and I can really elaborate on that. But first you want to understand where are they coming from. Because a very basic level argument like, oh, I don't like people like you, that is too vague to really understand what the person means. First, question them. Question them, okay, what do you mean by that? What is your evidence of that? If you say, oh, if that person tells you, oh, you are like every other man. Okay, how do you know every other man, first of all? Do you know every man on this planet? I'm sure you don't. So, even if you could know all of the men on this planet, what is your evidence that I am like every other people around? Always question people on their bullshit. There is always something they don't have an evidence upon. Or if they have facts about history, about anything, yes, but you can still say, I am a human being, the same way you are a human being. We are different. Everybody is different enough to have their specialties, their particularities. And I don't agree that you put me in the same space than every other people because I am unique the same way you are unique. When you frame it like that, first of all, it will be like... It will already cut some of their roots to try to manipulate you because you are setting the frame that whatever they think about you is not founded because they are not you. They may know people similar to you, but they are not you. So you can put the boundaries in the frame like that, first of all. Then the other thing to say about that is to better question yourself too. The main topic on which you are not completely secure, or the main thing people use to attack you on, question what is your perspective on that topic. If it is about relationships, question yourself. If it is about money and finances, whatever it is about. Just elaborate, what is my perspective on that? And why do I think like that? If you're confronting somebody on money is not evil, whereas those people tell you, oh, money is the worst thing ever. Okay, you say money is good. Elaborate. Why? I'm listening. Why? Because something happened? Because what are your facts? You need to study the topic you are interacting with. And if the topic is you, if people are trying to manipulate you because they tell you you should be like that, you should behave like this, you should be a good little boy like this, and you don't want to obey that, okay, but then who are you? Then what is important to you? What is important about you? The more you reflect on those questions and what made you, what shaped you, what life experiences shaped you the way you are and why you think and feel this way today. If you are not clear about who you are and about the things you want to accomplish in life and why you want to accomplish them, then anybody can manipulate you. Because in those cases, you could just be an empty shell. If you don't know yourself quite well, you are an empty shell, and people will always be able to manipulate you very easily. Whereas if you have taken the time to question yourself on what do I stand for, and why do I stand for this? Do I stand for free speech, for the idea that money can help people and not destroy them, the idea that men can date multiple women in the same way women have the right to do so if they want, and nobody is bound to just stay monogamous. That's kind of my perspective on that topic. Whatever the topic is, really study it and question yourself for why do you think this way. The more you know yourself, the less people can control you or manipulate you, and you won't even need to control them at some point because they will feel like there is nothing to grab. A manipulator or somebody controlling you can only grab you if there are vulnerable spots inside you. If there are things you are not certain about yourself, any narcissist or manipulator can grab you and just hold you and make you feel more insecure than you even are. So the more you know yourself, the easier it will be to just say no. Just tell them, no, I don't agree. And okay, you may be right about every other person, but I am unique. I am the person you don't know because you are not me. I'm the only one who is me. And whatever it is that you think you know about people like me, it just does not apply to me. And I refute, and I'm not interested in hearing your opinion about what you think is me when it's not. Anything else to say? So when you interact like that, people will just at some point leave you alone. They will just try to find another victim because they will feel like, okay, oh, you're just too stubborn. Yeah, I am. Fuck you. That's the only thing you can say. So just get rid of those people in the end. Why do you keep interacting with them all the time? Like, if they are making you feel drained out, insecure, or bored, at some point also, why do you stay with them? If you need to stay with them because of your job, work, how can you limit the time you spend interacting with them? There is always a way you can limit the time you interact with them. And if those are people you don't need to interact with every day, just get rid of them. You only have one life. Get rid of them once and for all and live your own life, not somebody else's life, or not what they want you to live as a life. That is my advice for that. You can find a manual in the description to better explain how frame control and conversational hypnosis works. And I hope it was helpful.